Let's see. It says fail to go live, but I think we're live.
Yeah, we're live.
Yeah. So I'll go first this time. Let me see. What did I do here? So yesterday, I delivered a PR for a story having to do with adjusting cancel buttons on some forums. Not a big story by any means.
I can't hear you. Let me reboot.
Okay. I also created a video for Segu to show to his Code 90 class if we're not able to connect up. So it was like 3 minutes and it was unscripted and it shows. But anyway, I asked him to take a look at it and he says, yeah, that looks good. He says, it does look unscripted. But I guess that makes it more authentic, right?
Exactly.
So he was happy with it. So I'm done with that. And that's it for me today. I'll be working on I think I'm going to have to take a story that Megha was working on. I connected with her via Slack. She hasn't been active for a number of weeks, and she let me know that she got a job, so she's not finding time at all to work on the project. So I have to take a story that she's been working on. I'll assign myself that. And that's it for me. So, Laura?
Fantastic. From my side, I've still got my blocker on the download and not to show a download button on the job seeker page.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully if you have time today, we can resolve that.
Yeah, let's do that. Absolutely.
And then I just helped Michael now just on some CSS that he's working on another project.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Hello.
Oh.
Now I finally hear you guys.
Hey, Michael.
Hi, Michael. That was a good segue, Laura, to Michael. Michael, you want to give an update?
I just woke up, so nothing really.
Nice.
Okay. So this update, you've achieved consciousness, so that's good. That's good enough for now. Yep. Okay. All right. Well, I had nothing else for the stand-up then, so we can bring that to a close. So, Laura, do you want to go directly into looking at what you're doing on your story?
I'm
Do you
not
need a
sure
break or?
I've done much. No. Yeah. Let's get cracking.
Okay.
Because I'd really like to get this pull request closed. So let me share my screen here.
Did you resolve that problem with that use of that partial in different contexts? Remember that? Oh, okay.
Okay, so let me just log in this time. Computer's slow.
Looks like yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, don't worry. That's me and just my code. That's. Oh, so if I could answer that, please, thanks. Okay, so I was just messing around with stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I know that we are not meant to show the button on the job seeker page. So I was just trying a whole lot of stuff, and stuff worked and stuff didn't work. So
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know how to do it.
So we're calling this partial, I think it's called info, right? Job seeker info, if that's the partial. We're calling it from I see, two different places. So maybe we can look at where the info's partial is being called. I think we're looking at job seeker show view. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. So there's info, and then that's the show view.
Yeah, so there's that, and then I think we're also calling the same partial from job applications show maybe, or something like that. Is that right? Yeah, then on line 28 there. So what I would suggest is in each of these two places we're calling a partial passing another local variable to the locals hash.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be maybe a Boolean,
Yeah.
show DL button or something, true or false. And if it's true, show that it's true if you're calling it from the job application view, and it's false if you're just calling from the job seeker show view. And then switch on whether you show the download button based upon the value of that Boolean. So in line 28, if you want to start it, you could just add another variable to that hash. The locals hash. Locals sets up a hash of variables that are available to the view that you assign values
as local variables.
As local variables, right.
What's called locals.
So in the info partial, there's a local variable called job seeker, not instance variable, but a local variable, so no at in front of it. And it's assigned before the partial is invoked to job application.jobSeeker. So, just I would say add another variable to the locals hash and call it something that means something meaningful to you. I'd hit carriage return because you're past the 80 column. I hate to be stickler for that, but it's really important to be able to read that stuff, I think.
So
I'd tab over to the column where job seeker begins, just add it under there so it's easier to read what's going on. So Laura, what should we call this variable? It's Boolean. It says show the download button or not. So
I would call it something to do with download, so that if anybody has to reference it, they understand.
Show underscore DL, something like that?
Yeah.
That makes sense? Okay.
Offer download?
Yeah, that would work good.
I said offer download, but I don't know.
All or off?
OFFER.
Not awful.
Not awful. No, coffee.
Coffee, yeah. I need some coffee right now.
You guys speak strange.
Yeah, we have these weird accents, don't we?
I love it. Download.
Yeah, that would work.
Okay.
Space, colon, and then here we are. I think this is the job application show view, right? So here it would be true.
So true.
That is the, if you hover over the title tab, the title, what does it say? It is job, okay, yep, it's job applications. And then add the same variable to the job seeker show view, but set it to false.
So on this line?
Oh, no, we'll go back to the job seeker.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Exactly.
So this one here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's move that one down there.
Looks like it's line 9 there.
Line 9. False.
Okay, now you've set it up. Now we can go to the partial itself.
So I must just take out everything I did because it's not right.
No, I think you're fine. So you've got...
No, because I did this. I was trying all... stuff.
Oh, you were trying to say if I have a job application set as an instance file. So the problem is that if it's not set, job application, I don't know if that shows up as undefined or not. Anyway, that's probably not what you want to do. Yeah, you want to use your new variable here.
Sorry, just I'm on a meeting. Hold on for me, Patrick.
Sure, yeah, yep.
Yeah, but I just tell her I'm in a meeting, so she must be quiet. She would be noisy. Sorry, Patrick.
No problem.
Okay, so let me just make sure that I get this back to where I was.
I think there might be a nice little shortcut. Let me get back here. What are we using? We're using button 2 you've got there?
Yeah, button 2.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess you. So if you're using link has a nice, Rails has a nice little helper called link to if. So if your if condition is met, it shows you a link. If not, it doesn't. But button 2 doesn't have an analog, so I guess we can't do that here.
Cool. Well, it's back to how it was, so that's fine. But if
it's still going to blow up because you're calling it without an application ID in the job seeker view context. So we just have to go up and show the button only if that local variable is true.
Okay.
So I would say you want.
That in here.
Yep. Oh no, you want it before the button because you don't want the button to appear if it's false. So at line 37, yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And it's, yep, exactly. If offer download. And then just indent 39 and 40 under that. And through the magic of Haml, you're done because you don't need to end with Haml. It just goes by indentation, of course. So save that and see if that makes that nasty message go away.
Okay. I would never figure this one out.
What's it saying? Local variable method offer download. Can you back up to before you got here? I think the calling view has not been updated, maybe.
It's on autosave, so.
Well, I mean, back in the view though, I think we'll go back. Can you go back to the UI and maybe back up a few screens and then approach that again?
Okay, sure. So from here?
Yeah, let's log in again. Do you use a password manager, Laura?
It doesn't want to save it. I don't know why.
Which one do you use?
I just use Google's one.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I find a password manager helps a lot when you have to go in with various roles.
I normally do use a password like just Google's one, but for some reason it just doesn't want to save this. So.
No, I find the browser-based ones are not that powerful. I use 1Password, the numeral 1 password. There's also one called Dashlane that is free. That supposedly is pretty good as well. But anyway, so what's going on with this offered download business?
Let's see.
So where are we? We are in job seekers info. So we're calling this from What's the context in which they're calling this from? Job seekers home. Oh, so this is maybe a third place we are invoking info under job seekers home. Let's look at that view. You see the stack, the trace at the bottom? Yeah, there it is, line 14.
So I can just copy this.
Yeah. I guess there's no sense in offering the job seeker the ability to download his own resume
No.
unless he wanted to get, he's lost that version, he wants to retrieve it. But for now, we can set it to false.
Okay. Woohoo!
Okay. Can you click on your information? I just want the little edit symbol there. No. Yeah, that one there. Okay, so we can upload a resume. Okay, great. All that works. All right.
Okay, so can I log in as
As an employer, and then we
yeah.
can look at a job seeker application and make sure that it shows up.
Yeah.
What's country code ZA, Laura? Is that New Zealand?
ZA is South Africa.
Oh, South Africa. Oh, I wouldn't have guessed that.
It's actually Dutch, so Zuid Africa.
Oh,
Because
okay.
Dutch, the Dutchies who found Jan van Riebeck was Dutch, and he landed here and started.
It's funny the language, huh? He founded South Africa. Well, I think the natives kind of founded.
They founded. He kind of brought the Dutch Afrikaan influence into our country, which caused all those issues.
Well, every country has issues, that's for sure. Truth and reconciliation, that's the key. So,
okay, let's go to
yeah. All right, look at that. There we go. We can still do that. And does it usually take a while to?
I think Raoul's from South Africa too.
He is.
Yeah, he is. He was actually my coach from my boot camp that I just done.
Right.
Finished.
Okay.
So yeah, he probably lives about 6 miles away from me, 7 miles.
Okay. Well, maybe we got to. So we got past that. So that's good.
Yeah. So just run the tests again.
Yeah. Yeah, Raoul lives in South Africa, but he's from Cameroon, and he speaks French, I think, pretty fluently. Yeah.
He speaks very well. We said that he sounds quite sexy, actually, speaking French.
Oh, when it's hard not to. It's not hard to sound sexy if you're speaking French. That's for sure. It's a beautiful language.
Exactly, and then Lucio, she spoke Italian, so we had
there you go.
International offering going there between the Swedish, the Italians, the French, the English.
But everybody got along, right? Everybody got along.
Yeah,
no World War III. Yeah.
We only had World War III with one of our guys, but he actually left halfway through.
Oh.
So.
What country was he from? Not that we want to.
Sweden.
He was from Sweden. Oh, Swedish guy.
Yeah.
They're usually pretty placid.
Yeah, no, he wasn't. I don't think he was Swedish.
He lived in Sweden, but he wasn't from. He wasn't.
I'm not sure. But he was very disruptive. But anyway, it happens.
It happens. Yeah, I mean, Scrum teams are supposed to be self-organizing, right? But if you've got somebody who's disruptive, it's tough to self-organize.
It was very disruptive.
I can imagine.
My computer's slow today. So, Michael, how's elections going that side? You guys getting excited, nervous?
It's huge, huge. Bigly.
Absolutely. Oh, God. Why did we skip that? Did some of the background steps fail there?
Just the step for the this Firefox connection.
Do you see that once in a while, or?
I see it all the time.
Okay.
I don't even I don't even know if I've got 43.
So which one of these tests are we actually testing here?
We're not. I took my test out, but the first one was failing. This one was failing. So that's passing now,
Okay.
which is perfect.
So you took the download test out.
Yeah, I took the download test out, and let me just quickly put it. Just want to do a.
Yeah, good practice. Keep saving. I'm gonna go grab another cup of coffee, Laura. I'll be right back.
Okay, great, no problem.
Give me a minute. So you're logging in as the company administrator. See the download button. I click, and then that step. Do you have that step implemented? I should get a download file for resume. Or is that just a placeholder now?
This was just this here.
No, 136, line 136.
Then I should get a download file for resume. Oh, this was just. I hadn't even got to testing that yet.
Okay, so we should see red on line 136 then, huh?
Yeah,
Run it?
So I haven't got that yet. So
well, let's
just keep failing on this. I'm going to show me the page out.
well, hopefully we just see a failure on line 136 then, or 135. You know, you can run just the one test by itself, right?
Oh, yes,
yeah. Okay.
Let's just.
If your computer's slow, sometimes that's helpful.
Yeah, I need to restart it. So.
My head is slow because I stayed up too late watching the debate. Okay. And I am on undefined step. What is that step? And I am on job seeker. Did you mean to say something like, and I should see job seeker, John seeker?
So my thinking is that because I go from logging in
Mm-hmm.
to being on his page.
And how do you
on
get there?
top.
What does the steps say again?
So, oh yes, that's what I wanted to ask you. So we log in
Mm-hmm.
and we land on this page,
Yeah.
and we're supposed to click one of these,
Right.
but I don't know where the step was for that. You see, I don't know if that has to be tested.
Can we go back and maybe there's another way to get there. If you go back, click on the title of one of those jobs. Where does that take us? Okay, so that doesn't show us the applications. Right.
It's this that shows
So
us the applications.
what you would do here is, I think we would have one application in this test showing up on the screen. Is that correct?
Mm.
One job and one application. Then you would just say, and I click the quote one unquote link or something like that. There's a step for that. It's just a link. It's like any other anchor element. And so what step would that be? That would be under web steps. We should open that file and take a look at it.
Yeah, I actually did. Where is it? There we go. Let me just close these. Good space. Yeah. So I had a look at these. So I've been trying to follow them as best as I can so that yes, maybe
So,
it's the step.
no, that one's, we don't need that one. So they click.
That's button.
We're just looking for some simple like click a link.
Yeah.
There's some
there's one
fancy
there.
versions of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see.
When I click the link.
Where's that?
And then 81.
Well, that's if you have, that step is for if you have a link
Okay.
with the same text in it. So you can say I click the first, second, or third link
Okay.
with that text. But here we just have one link. Let me see. So yeah. Okay, that'll work. That's line 81, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So we just pass in nothing for ordinal. We don't say first, second, or third. So when I click the the numeral one in quotes, you have a place. Yeah, did it say
That?
the? I guess it did.
Did it?
Yep, that should do it. Let's try that.
I click the link.
Yep. Okay, so let's look at your background data, Laura, at the top of that file. I was assuming that this.
Sorry, let me just see. Job seeker, John seeker. Yeah.
Okay, so let me look at that. Let's look at that first scenario there. I was assuming the background set up an application that already existed, but it doesn't. It doesn't seem to do that. So let's look at that first scenario. Job seeker applies to job. So what's happening there? Job seeker. Yeah. So what we're going to want to do is use some steps from maybe line 59 on.
Okay.
So
But I'm not logging in. I am in Seeker's browser. Okay.
Yeah, so we'll have two browsers going. First, we'll just, because in the background, we're not setting up a pre-existing job application.
Okay.
We could do that in the background, or we could just go ahead as part of the download is the job seeker starts off the scenario with going and applying to a job. Then we switch to the company's person's browser, and they see the application. They click on the numeral 1, and then they try to download the resume for that.
Okay. I'm going to drop out. Okay.
Okay, Michael. Thank you.
There's Michael.
Yeah, bye now.
Alrighty.
I'm wondering, is there any scenario anywhere where we've already got, it might be easier if we can just create a job application as part of the background, so we don't actually have to do it.
Again?
Oh, yeah. Oh, here we go. So if you open under features, this feature file, accept job application .feature, there's some stuff there we can steal to create a pre-existing job application, line 38 in there. Yeah, so it looks like we need the job title, the job seeker's email address, and just a status. So we can set up one application to the job that the company person is going to be looking at.
Okay. So I'm just going to take, what's the
38
difference?
and 39. Well, there's Jane and John and June, so it's purposely confusing, I think. Same, 3 different sequences, the same. Anyway.
Someone's got a good sense of humor.
I guess so. I might have done that, but hopefully I didn't, because that's confusing. Yeah, those 3 lines should help us out.
Yeah.
Or we can change the names to protect the innocent, as they say.
Okay.
So what have we got? We've got one job, line 27 shows us the title is software developer. So we can put that in under job title on line 44. So that creates the job. Yeah, you could, right. No, actually, 44 is not needed, because that's an example job title from the prior, yeah.
Okay, got it.
So, and then we could say the jobs, who's our job seeker? Is it
our job
we've only got
seeker
one.
is John.
John.seeker@places.com. So we can steal that and put that in our job seeker on line 44.
So from 31, huh?
No, just his email.
Just this one.
Yeah. And then space, pipe, and then what was it? Active, right? ACTIV, lowercase. Yeah.
Active.
So what's going on is, if you look at the fixture step for that, it's searching for the job by job title. When it finds it, it says, okay, now I'm going to search for the job seeker by email. And when it finds both of those, it creates an application that joins the two together.
Okay.
So now you've got an actual, yeah, so let's run that now. So that when the company person logs in, they should see on that screen software developer,
Yeah.
and they should see the numeral 1 as a link to one. There's one application to that job. When they click on the numeral 1, they should go to the application view page.
Okay.
So let's give that a shot. What is it now? It's 131 since you've added some lines?
Yeah.
Something like that. It'll find it.
33.
33. And
Let me just do that.
interesting. Why did it choose that one? Oh, yeah.
Yesterday I was trying to give Segu a crash course in Cucumber, and then I said to him, actually, you know what? There's no such thing as a crash course in Cucumber. Yeah, it's some videos. Go and learn.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I'm logged in as, so let's add a step there just to confirm we're looking at the right thing. So if you go back to your, let's see, so after maybe 135, add a line that says, no, not so much, and I should see, and then put the title of the job in double quotes. What is it? Software developer, all lowercase, I think. I just want to make sure that it's actually showing up on the page. You could also do is show me the page as well, just to, so.
After that.
Yeah, I would say after that.
Okey-dokey.
Okay, so it's not showing up. So let's put show me the page before we look for the title. That's our live version, right? Okay, so it's not finding that job. So let's go back to the setup and make sure we've got, so at the top there, we create a job and it's associated with what? Software developer company is Widgets Inc. Our company person that we're logging in is associated with Widgets Inc. Right, okay. And then we're associating software developer job with job seeker places.com. That looks correct. Why am we not seeing that job? And then we log in as, I think we're logging in as a email ca@widgets.com. Job seeker. Tell you what, let's go put a debug statement in that fixture that's creating the job application. So if you open the fixtures file, So it'd be under step definitions. Well, actually, no. All of the fixtures that set up background data are in fixtures steps.rb.
Oh, there.
Yeah. And let's just maybe do a search for applications. Oh, there we go. Okay, so what's going on here? We find the job by its title. We find the job seeker. Unless hash status. Why don't you put a debug statement in there, say after at line 211, debugger or bybug or whatever you use to stop bybug, yeah.
After, where?
Well, I would just put it at line 211 or something.
211.
Yeah.
Let's put bybug.
Is that what you use? I use debugger in my statement, but is it by dash bug or just by bug? By bug, okay. And then let's run that and let's just see what's going on there.
Okay.
So why don't you just, let's look at what hash looks like.
Okay.
The variable hash, yeah. No, I mean in the debugger, just type hash character return so we can interrogate, yeah. And they just return. So software developer, that all looks good. Hash.
Okay.
Unless hash status. So hash status has a value. No, hash, I was just going to say line 212, it's looking for, so if you typed hash bracket colon status bracket, it's going to say active, and that is truthy, right? So how about just hit type N in character return to go to the next line? No, I would undo what you did there and just N. All right, so something's breaking here. Why is that? Maybe it's not, but why is it using factory girl to do that? Why is it using factory girl? Okay, hit carriage N and carriage return again. Now try to do job application dot count. So capital J. Let's just see if we can query the database from where we are. We're kind of in the bowels of the test structure. Dot actually no dot all dot count. Yeah, just like that. So we do have a job application. So just let's set up a variable JA. JA equals job application dot find. Space 1. So we'll look at ID 1, which is the only one there.
Enter.
Yep. And then Okay, so we have a job application, job seeker ID 1. Right. Okay. Now let's just confirm do JA dot job seeker. Make sure that's our Tom seeker. Oh no, job underscore seeker. We've always write that with an underscore as part of, and then just return. Let's see. Okay. And then so character return up, and then just add dot first name to that.
So what do you mean by character turn?
Oh, I'm sorry. If you hit the up arrow.
Okay, got it.
Dot first name. You should see Tom, right? Yeah, character turn.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's John Seeker, isn't it? So that's John and job application. So we got JA dot, what is it? Job application. Do that one. Let's query that. And you can get rid of the first name, of course. And this should be our software developer job. So you can character turn. Oops. So it's a job seeker can have many job applications. So I guess it's got JA dot, so up arrow, and then S, so we can have many job applications, and then bracket 0 to get the first. Oh no, it's got to be right next to job applications because we're now. No, it's got to be square bracket because it'll return a collection, and we want to get the first element in the collection. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yep. And then character return. What? Oh, this is, I'm sorry. So a job application has one job. So, sorry, the related model we're looking for is job, not job applications. JA is a job application. This is a casualty of having been up way too late last night.
Okay,
So
no problem.
JA.job is all we need to query here.
JA.job.
Okay, so that's software. Yep, that's our job. It exists. It's been associated with job seeker. So why isn't the screen showing us that? So you can hit continue. You probably want to go back and remove that debug statement because the fixture. Oh, just hit C. Okay, C and then character return. C for continue. Okay, so we can remove that debugger from the fixture method. We've established it's doing what it's supposed to do.
Okay.
In fact, you may want to just set that to. Well, that's good. All right.
So.
Okay, so we don't see it there. Analog.
Don't see it there. Don't you click this first?
Well, we should see the company person shows up on ends up at their company person homepage, which, as your static screenshot shows, it's got a table there for jobs associated with the company. And for each job, if there's one or more applications, it has that column with a number in it showing the number of applications. And we're not seeing that for some reason. I should see software developer. So why am I not seeing that? See all widgets in, there you go. So if you scroll down, yeah, that's it. You got it. So that's what we should be seeing. We should be seeing all widgets sync jobs. We should see one row in there. It should say software developer, and there should be, yeah, one application. Can we go back to your test again real quick? Yeah.
And here it is, and this passes.
Given I am on
And
the
I
home
click.
page. What scenario? Oh, I see. So that's somebody who's not even logged in.
It said that. I click jobs.
So let's, I hate to do this, but I think what we want to do is go to the company person controller home view and put a debug statement in there, see if we can figure out what's going on. So we want to go to app controllers. We want to actually go into the controller that's action that's being invoked here. Actually, it's company people controller. All right, so we should see a home action at some point. Scroll down a bit. There we go. So there's home. So maybe add a by bug after 64. So see, we're setting up the company. Right. Okay. Company. Oh, yeah. Okay. So let's run it now. All right. So let's just look at what params look like.
Okay.
So just type in params carriage return. We can look at that hash. Okay, ID of 1. So the company person's ID of 1, which makes perfect sense. And then hit N carriage return for next. And one more. 2 more times. And then let's look at company. It should say widgets, right? Just do at company carriage return. Yep, that's the right company. N again. And N again. So let's look at company admins, see what that looks like. Okay, and then at company person. Should be the same person. We only have one person here. Yep, okay, so that all looks good. Okay, let's just continue, just see, continue. So let's go back, remove that debug. We don't need that anymore. And let's go to under controllers, concerns, open that folder there. And let's see, open jobs viewer. So the company person controller is setting up this instance variable called my company or job type, and then that's being invoked from the view, which eventually invokes this particular concern to get the jobs to be displayed of that job type. In this case, my company all is coming in, and it's executing this query: job order title paginate find by company pets user. So let's do this. Let's put a bybug statement after line 6. This architecture is not very obvious. You'd have to have studied it to really see what's going on. Yeah, there's some JavaScript magic happening, yada yada. But but it's not obvious at all.
No.
So let's no, I'm sure you could tell me that better than It takes a while to piece all that stuff together. Just why didn't we stop? Oh, wait a minute, what happened here? What is that? Validation failed we got? What was that error? Validation failed. EIN has already been registered. Okay, so that's something else. That's bizarre. It's supposed to have cleared out the database at the end of each test, so I don't know why.
Should we run it again?
When you ran the test before, you just hit continue, right? And it finished up?
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Above that. No, see at the top of your screen where it says exiting, interrupt again to exit immediately?
Okay.
I think you hit Control C, is that right?
Yeah.
So that didn't allow the test harness to clear out the database.
Sorry.
No, that's all right.
Sorry.
Let's run it again, see if we get the same error again. Okay, so why am I not stopping in that debug? You did save that debug statement, right? That file?
Yeah, it's still here.
It's saved, right? Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So expect to find software developer in jog. Hello, John. Back to pets. Yeah. Okay, so that's all good. Let's look at the logic on that company person home view, Laura, because it could be that the logic is saying for company admin, don't show the jobs, but I can't imagine that would be the case. But let's see it.
Sorry.
Company, so it'd be company people interviews.
That one.
Yeah, and then home. All right, so let's see. So we got company information, tasks that need your attention, company jobs. Yeah. Okay. So you see that reference to list jobs path at line 34? So company administrator should see the jobs. So anyway, just to confirm, in list jobs path, that goes to, let's find out where that goes. So if you go to your console. Let's just grep that. You do your CLI so you can just run rake routes.
Oh, okay.
And what was the path name again? Sorry to keep you bouncing around here, but
No, it's fine.
list jobs. So rake route.
This job.
Yeah. Rake routes space and then pipe. Oh no, you want to pipe and then grep space grep. So we don't want to just look at all the clutter. No, grep, grep.
That last time, grep, yeah.
Yeah, let's just see what that shows us. What was that?
Bundle executes.
Oh, bundle exec, I see. It always throws me for a loop when it does that.
Get.
Okay, so that's in jobs controller. What is that, list there? List action?
Yeah, list.
Okay, let's go look at that one. Jobs controller list. That's going to be some very simple. No, not in concerns. It would be jobs control. Yep. Yeah, I think it's we should see an action disk saying list. And of course, it's probably going to be the last one in the. There we go, finally. So, defaults to my company all. Why is that not? Let's put a debug statement in this guy, see if it's being invoked at all. I don't understand what's going on here. So maybe after line 124, just by bug.
By bug out of the other one?
Oh, you can remove the by bug from the other one, yeah. We don't need that anymore. Actually, yeah. Oh, yeah. So now let's run it and see what happens. Okay.
Nothing. Expected to find text software.
So we established that the home action for agency person is being invoked. Put a by bug in there, statement it stopped there. Can you, let's look at the test again real quickly. So this is 133. So what's happening here, I think, is that JavaScript is obviously being used, although it's not very apparent. And what happens is the default WebDriver for Capybara, unless you specify otherwise, I think is Poltergeist. And Poltergeist does not do JavaScript. So let's go back to the features directory. features folder. Scroll down. And open support, the support folder there. It's too many files. And then open hooks.rb. Okay. Excuse me. I think it's rack test is our default driver, so it doesn't do JavaScript. So what we need is we need JavaScript to be invoked. And we're going to be, so we need to use the Poltergeist WebDriver. If you look at line 9, it says basically if you're going to be running JavaScript, then change your WebDriver from the default to Poltergeist, because Poltergeist can do JavaScript. Now the difference, just while we're here, the difference between Selenium and JavaScript, Selenium and Poltergeist, they both can do JavaScript, whereas the default WebDriver cannot. And I think that's why we're failing. The JavaScript actions are not happening. But just so you know, why we use Selenium over Poltergeist is faster. If we have modal pop-up dialogues, things like that have to be interacted with by the user, Selenium handles those much better than Poltergeist. In fact, Poltergeist I don't think even handles those. So if you have JavaScript plus you've got modal pop-up dialogues, you need to use Selenium. And Selenium is Poltergeist is so-called headless WebDriver. It executes everything in the back. It doesn't show you the screen, the browser. Selenium is not headless. It has to actually invoke the screens, the browsers explicitly. That's why you see the browsers pop up all the time, because you're using Selenium. It needs that in order to do its work. So that's just a long way of saying what we need to do is we need to put @JavaScript right before that scenario so that we can switch to the right WebDriver that can handle JavaScript.
Okay.
Sorry for the long-winded, but I wanted to make sure you kind of know what's going on there.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's cool.
So you just want to, yeah, I would indent and, or there is fine too. Yep. Now we're going to switch to a WebDriver that can handle JavaScript. I think we can probably remove our debugs. Well, let's go ahead and see what happens. Yeah, we still got a debug statement in there, huh? So you can just hit C and carriage return. Why is it exiting when you hit C? Did you hit Control C or just?
I hit Control C.
Oh, no. C is just the shorthand for continue command.
Okay.
As opposed to, now we're going to get that. Well, why don't we go ahead and remove that bybug statement from job app. What was it? Jobs list or something like that. I forget what it was. Yeah, there it is. Did we have any other bybug statement anywhere? Or was that it?
No, we did. Except
Okay.
that it hasn't cleared it properly though.
Okay. So we should be good. Now if we go back.
So now, but when I push it, it's going to just go back to normal. Okay. It's fine. Okay, so run it again. Let's see.
It'll probably fail because it finds that company in the database still. And that's okay, so we'll run it again if it does. Oh, maybe not. Okay.
Woohoo! Yay.
Okay, so now it did find the job. Now we're looking at the job application screen. And the job, I don't think we have a step. I am on the job seeker page. What page are we on? If you go back to your live view, what do we see in a job application view?
So should I put a show me so that it can?
Well, I just don't know if, do you still have your live app running? So if you click on,
Yeah.
yeah, so we
So
see, you could say, and I should see applications for this job. Just to confirm that we ended up on that. Yeah. I think you need double quotes. The steps require double quotes. That's what they're looking for. I've done that mistake many a time as well. Yeah.
applications.
No, it should. What is the text on the window? I think it says. If you go back to your live view,
Let's go back to live view.
you could just cut and paste that. So if you hit back arrow here, I would just cut and paste that. Yeah. God forbid you use lowercase a and it'll blow up on you. So picky.
Yes.
Great. And then I don't think we need 140 anymore. We'll establish we're on the applications page. And then we want to click on, what do we want to do here? We want to click on the name of the job seeker? Is that what happens?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what happens there. Should see applications. Would it be a then I or and it would be when I?
Your preference as far as I'm concerned. I've always struggled with that too. And then I would say then maybe,
Yeah.
because you're taking an action, then I do something.
Then I click the, okay, then I be link. So whose link am I clicking?
Well, let's go back to the live view.
I can have a look. So I am clicking.
So it'd be
Here's link. Here's the name.
Yeah, so in the test case, what is it? Seeker, comma, John? Is that the job seeker
Yeah,
we've set up?
Yeah, I think it's so John Seeker.
Yep. And I think it's listed last name, comma, first, right? In the view that we saw.
Let me just check. Yeah. So swap it around.
Then I should see the download. Then I should see, yeah, that looks good. And I click the download button. So hopefully we get all the way through and then we just blow up on line 143. We don't have a step for that yet. Okay. All right, so we're
text applications for this job.
all right. So I think what's happening here is we're clicking on the link, but we're immediately looking for the next page, and I don't think the browser is able to catch up that fast. So let's just try to do this. Let's put a wait in there after I click the one link. And I wait.
I think I saw that like 1 second or something.
Yeah, we could try 1 second. And it's just the numeral 1, no quotes for that step. And then space, and then second can be singular because we only have 1 second we want to wait.
Like that?
Oh, SCCOND, full word.
Yeah, ND, yeah. 1 second, okay.
Let's give that a shot. Capybara waits for some stuff, and some stuff it doesn't. And so you'll see a lot of our tests, we have to put waits in.
Okay.
It's kind of frustrating. Sometimes the waits work locally, but we have to increase the wait when we do the CI test on semaphore. Okay, perfect.
Fantastic.
You got through it too.
Yay.
Now we've got...
Perfect, okay. So I'll figure this one out.
Okay. Just what I was doing earlier. Let me see. I thought I found some useful stuff. I don't know if you've had a chance to research. Here, let me. Here's an example. That link looked pretty interesting in terms of adding a test for download. That looked pretty good. Let's see. See if I found anything else that might be useful.
Oh yeah, I did find one.
Mm-hmm.
It was quite cool. Yeah, this is the one that I found.
Yeah, that
So,
looked nice and simple. It's
yeah.
what I like about it. It's not trying to. We could actually test the download completion, which means we'd have to interoperate with the browser's pop-up dialog saying, "Do you want to download this file?" and test
Okay.
that it's actually saved. I don't know if we need to do that because actually what we're doing there, we're testing the browser functionality for
Yeah.
asking the user, where do you want to put this file? I think what
Yeah.
this, sorry, go ahead.
No. So I think it's a bit complicated because each browser is different.
Exactly. Well, we're using Firefox so we could tune the test to that, but what are we testing? We're not testing your code. We're testing Firefox's dialogue with the user to down when they want to download a file. So I don't think our test has to go that far. I like this particular test because it just confirms that send file did send the data over, and that's it. We don't download it, etc. But what you're trying to do is confirm that you've actually, through send data, have sent it over to the browser and it's received the data. What it does after that with prompting the user, we don't need to test that. So
Exactly.
I like that. Just stop at that point. Don't make it too complicated.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, almost done. So
Getting
exciting.
there. Getting there. Well,
Thank you, Patrick, for your time.
it's good. So every time you take a stab at it, you learn more. So that's the point.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I must just get better at bybug. That's not my strongest point.
Bybug and also just querying. I find when I stop and I can, you've run in Rails console, when Bybug stops. So you can query the database, you can see what records and what tables, all of that stuff. You have everything available to you for really poking around and then continuing on.
Great.
So I knew there was going to be everything logically we followed through. You actually had more of a view of how the flow occurs in the controllers. Unintentional. Exactly, yeah. I should have noticed that we didn't have the JavaScript hook in front of that scenario. So we were running a WebDriver which does not do JavaScript at all, and that was all failing. Finally dawned on me what was going on. But anyway,
that's fine.
We'll chalk that up too. Exactly. Right. Okay, Laura. Well, good.
Enjoy your day.
All right, you too. And we'll talk tomorrow. All right, take care.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Bye.
Bye now.